Welcome back to another episode of I Wanna Finish My Library Steam, so might as well do game review on those games. I might skip that one though. Anyway, back to the meal of the day, Final Fantasy X. Is in the category of game that people are recommending me left and right, so at this point I was just like, fuck it, let's play it. In Final Fantasy X, you follow the story of Tidus. Tidus is a famous Blitzball player of the Zanarkand Apes, but one day Zanarkand is attacked by a giant monster called Sin. After the attack, for some reason, Tidus is propulsed 1000 years in the future. Sin has been destroying the world for the past 1000 years now, and Tidus has to find out answer to a ton of questions, like what happened to Zanarkand? Why is he here? Where does Sin come from? How to stop it? What the fuck is he supposed to do now? Also, why that girl is so damn hot? Yep, Tidus won't do his journey alone. You got love interest, odd babe, another blitzball player. I talk with my fizz guy, comic relief, and I could answer all of your questions, but I won't, cause fuck you. He's a nice guy. Even though the stories focus a lot around the relationship between Tidus and Yuna, part of the cast are really important for the story, while others don't add anything to it. It's really sad to see that some characters that could be interesting are underdeveloped and misused. However, you don't really think about it when you play the game. You just get moved by the story. The world is vast and rich. Tidus and Yuna are both interesting. Also, it's fun to see their relationship slowly develop and get more meaningful the further you get into the game. In parallel to that, Tidus' narration adds a whole other layer to it. I know that a lot of reviewers like to focus on this moment when they talk about the voice acting. And yes, this specific moment is weird, but the other 99% of the voice acting is good, especially when Tidus is narrating.
So I told her everything there was to tell about Zanarkand. About life there, Blitzball, and Sin's attack. And about how Auron and I were engulfed in this light.
Additionally, the game is very linear and the endgame can be rushed fairly easily, so you never pass too much time between two cutscenes, as much as linearity is something that can irritate me a lot in turn-based JRPG. I think that in this context it makes sense. When you got a story that intriguing and immersive as this one, you don't want to break its flow with 10 hours of grinding and exploration between every single cutscene. And that's pretty much all I had to say about the main story, but what about the side story? The side quests, everything that's bonus in the game. First, fuck Blitzball. Stay away from it at all costs. Second, 90% of the extra stuff you can do is only unlocked at the very end when you get the airship to revisit old place or visit new place. By doing that, you will find stupidly strong mobs, stupidly strong boss, stupidly strong summon, a ultimate weapon, a sigil and a crest per ultimate weapon. Cause without them, your ultimate weapon are not so ultimate. Okay, some weapon, sigil and crest are obtained effortlessly, while others require to beat extremely tedious challenge like dodging lightning 200 times, play Blitzball, beat that shitty race in less than 0 seconds. You know, just the kind of stuff that will make you yell fuck that at your screen. The good thing though is that you can have better weapon without having to beat those retarded challenge. Problem is that it's gonna take you an immense amount of time to grind the required ingredient for that. To give you an example, one of the best weapon customization is break damage limit. It raises the damage limit by 90k, which is really fucking useful. But to get that you need 60 dark matter. 60! I had to farm that shit on the mobs that only drop it 10% of the time. Let's just say that it took me a couple of hours even with the turbo mod on. But no matter how you get great weapon, you will need to grind a lot to even stand a chance against some of the super boss. Funny thing how you can easily one-shot the final boss, but super boss will fuck you up no matter what. If you really don't want to put any effort into beating those boss, you can always strike them with the power of capitalism.
Here we go, money talk.
Yeah, there's a summon that you can pay to one-shot everything. Anyway, that's enough for the side shit. Lastly, I want to talk a little bit about the weapon and the skill tree. I like both of those things. I think they were kind of original, yet very RPG-like. Weapon don't give you stat, but they give you cool passive like limit damage breaker that I talked a little bit earlier. The skill tree is really cool because you can go everywhere and everybody can learn everything. And even when you're done going everywhere, you still can convert some empty node into whatever the fuck you want. That being said, the game is a classic turn-based JRPG with a very good story. Classic JRPG, yet with an interesting twist on weapon and how you level up. It's a game that can be beat without having to break your balls too much, yet have some instantly difficult challenge in the background if you want to spice things up. and that spiciness comes with a lot of grinding. On this note, fuck Blitzball, do push up, and have a great fucking day.
風が寄せた言葉に泳いだ心震